Long ago, in a realm where oceans shimmered like liquid gemstones, there was a legend of the Crystal Sea, a vast expanse of water that sparkled under the moonlight and sang a melody only the pure of heart could hear. It was said the sea's song held the power to heal, create, and even bring the dead back to life. Yet none who sought its treasures returned. At the edge of the realm lived Kael, a young sailor with a tragic past. His family had perished in a storm years before, leaving him with nothing but an old ship and the haunting memory of his sister's laughter. One night, Kael overheard a traveling bard singing about the Crystal Sea. The song's melody stirred something deep within him, a longing to see his sister again. Determined, Kael set sail with only his loyal crew, Mira, a skilled navigator who saw patterns in the stars, and Thane, a brooding warrior with a mysterious past. The journey was perilous, for the Crystal Sea was hidden beyond treacherous waters and guarded by mythical creatures. Their first trial came at the Serpent's Rift, a jagged stretch of rocks teeming with sea serpents. Mira deciphered the stars to find a hidden path, and Thane's strength kept the serpents at bay as Kael steered them through. As they sailed deeper, the ocean began to change. The water glowed faintly, and the air was filled with a faint, ethereal hum. They had entered the Vale of Echoes, where the voices of lost sailors whispered warnings and temptations. One night, as the crew rested, Kael heard a voice that sounded like his sister's. It called to him, pleading for him to follow. Against his better judgment, he dove into the glowing waters. Below the surface, he found a breathtaking underwater world where luminous creatures swam among crystalline coral. In the heart of this world was the source of the sea's magic, a colossal crystal embedded in the ocean floor, radiating light and song. But as Kael approached, a shadow loomed. It was the Tide Warden, an ancient guardian bound to protect the crystal from unworthy hands. The Warden, a massive creature of water and light, tested Kael's resolve. It conjured illusions of his greatest fears and regrets, forcing him to confront his guilt over his family's death. Kael realized he had spent years blaming himself, and only by forgiving himself could he prove his worth. The Warden relented, allowing Kael to touch the crystal. As he did, the sea's song grew louder, resonating with his very soul. The light enveloped him, and for a brief moment, he saw his sister's face. She smiled, her voice echoing in his mind. "Live, Kael. Do not let the past anchor you." Kael returned to the ship, the crystal's power now imbued in a small shard he carried. The crew set sail for home, their journey marked by newfound hope. The shard's light began to heal the broken lands they passed, and the legend of the Crystal Sea grew no longer one of peril, but of redemption. Kael never saw the Crystal Sea again, but its song lived within him, a reminder that the greatest treasures were not those we sought, but the truths we found within ourselves. Thank you for journeying into the world of mystery and magic with us today. If you enjoyed this tale, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more enchanting stories. Let your imagination wander, and we'll see you next time for another adventure in the realms of fantasy. Until then, stay curious and keep dreaming.